Students, welcome to EduScription. This is Satyaprakash, and here in this session we are going to perform the experiment to measure the pressure by means of the U-tube manometer as well as the Bourdon tube pressure gauge. Now, so the aim of the experiment is to find out the pressure of water developing from a pump using Bourdon tube pressure gauge and a differential manometer. Now, thing is that whenever we are going to measure the pressure, and the pressure is going to be measured with respect to a certain reference point, and that reference point means that is your absolute zero pressure actually. And when it is the atmospheric pressure, and the pressure below the atmospheric pressure means it is the vacuum pressure, and all the pressure above the atmospheric pressure is known as the gauge pressure here. Now, thing is that whenever we will measure the pressure, that means the pressure measuring devices mainly they are of two types. One may be of your manometer and other one is your mechanical gauges. And as far as your manometer is generally concerned, in the manometer we will find the U-tube manometer, the piezometer, the U-tube differential manometer likewise. And in mechanical gauges we will find mainly the Bourdon tube pressure gauges and diaphragm pressure gauges like that. Now, in U-tube manometer we will see there is the main pipe for which we are measuring the pressure. That means this is the main source of a pipe in which the water is flowing from P1 point to P2 point, and we are going to measure the pressure difference in between this P1 and P2 point. And that at that time we can see the the limb of U-tube manometer is connected likewise, and inside this the manometer fluid is here, and the height difference in between the level of manometric fluid is x, and likewise the head difference is h, and h minus x is the height between the point of which it is measured and as well as the manometric fluid here. And whenever we are considering the manometer, at that time the law of pressure measurement will be the hydrostatic law of pressure. And what is hydrostatic law of pressure? Actually, pressure measurement, it means when the fluid is in rest condition, that means static condition at any horizontal line. Here we are considering the horizontal line is EF. At any horizontal line the pressure are same. That means I can say the pressure at point E will be equals to the pressure at point F. So, if I will equalize that, the pressure at point E is equal to pressure at point F, then pressure at point E is equals to P1 plus rho of water, because here the water is present. So, rho of water into G into H, H is the height of the water inside the limb, will be equals to P2 is the right side pressure here, P2 plus rho of water into G minus X, because G minus X is the height here. So, G minus X into G plus this much of height. So, here the manometric fluid is present. Let us consider the manometric fluid is the it may be the your Hg or likewise. Now, here the rho of m into G into X. So, that will be equals to P1 minus P2, because we are going to find out the pressure difference between P1 and P2. So, P1 minus P2, from the right side it will be P1 minus P2, and it will be equals to rho of water into GH minus rho of water into Gx plus rho of m into Gx minus rho of water into Gh. So, that will be equals to P1 minus P2 will be equals to x into Wm minus Ww. So, what is that Wm actually? Specific weight of manometric fluid minus Ww is the specific weight of the water, which is equals to, if I will divide Ww in both the sides, in both the left side as well as in the right side. So, P1 minus P2 divided by a specific weight of the water will be equals to x into specific weight of the manometric fluid divided by specific weight of the water minus 1. So, which is implies H is the head, that is the water head, that is equals to x into specific weight of the manometric fluid divided by specific weight of the water minus 1, which is implies the ratio of specific weight of manometric fluid by specific weight of the water will be same as that of the specific gravity of the manometric fluid to the specific weight specific gravity of the water. So, I can write H is equal to x into Sm by Sw minus 1. If the manometric fluid will be Hg, that means mercury, so Sm value will be equals to 13.6, and Sw if it is of water, then it will be 1. Now moving to the Bourdon tube pressure gauge. Here we can see, here it is the socket and the water is going to enter through this one, and here we can see the curved tube is attached here. When the water flows this curved tube, and one end is fixed to this tube and other one is to the tip, and the tip, it is enclosed at the tip point actually, and the tip is attached to the segmental lever and the adjustable link. So this one is the adjustable link and this one is your segmental lever, and the segmental lever is again attached to the pivot sector, and then is your pinion, and the pinion is attached to the, when the pinion rotates, then the spring action happens, that means the spring force generates. Now what will happen when the water enters to this tube, then the curvature reduces. So the curvature reduces means initially it was in curved section actually. When the water enters means it will go for the straightened condition. So straightened condition means likewise, initially it was likewise, and then water will enter means the straightness will be there, that means the curvature will decrease. So when the straightness will be there, that means curvature will decrease, that means the segment lever will operated. So segment lever will operated means the sector will have the motion, and of course the sector is connected to the pinion, so the pinion will rotate, and the pinion will rotate means the spring force will be generated. And suppose the water is, then the water is getting blocked, or you can say that if you release the water flows, initially it was flowing, and now what will you do, now you will release the water flow. When you will release the water flow, then of course the curvature will increase. So now the curvature will increase means again it will operate in the reverse direction. So reverse direction operation means the spring force will be released. So spring force will be released means this pointer will go to the initial condition. So initial condition means this one is the stop condition. So this one is the marks over, that means the graduation over here to measure the pressure, and in the experiment we will see the graduation will be to measure the pressure in terms of kg per centimeter square as well as LV for pound per inch square. Now in these green marks or these green the graduations are measuring in kg per centimeter square, and all these red marks or the red graduation, they are showing the pound per inch square. Now next we will move to the test rig part. Here is the test rig for the experiment, and here we can see the pressure is going to be measured in the U-tube manometer as well as the Bourdon tube pressure gauge also. And here what are you going to do, we are going to find out the pressure in the U-tube manometer as well as the Bourdon tube, and we are going to compare both the pressure measurements here. Now you can see this one is the sump, and this one is the pump attached to here, and the suction pipe, and this one is the delivery pipe, and in the delivery pipe we can see the pressure is going to be measured in this point by means of the Bourdon tube pressure gauge as well as by means of the U-tube manometer. And in the U-tube manometer the pressure is going to be measured in terms of head of water, all those are graduations are in centimeter, or we are going to convert it into meter. And here we can see in the Bourdon tube pressure gauge, this one is the graduation is in kg per centimeter square as well as the pound in inch square. So we are going to convert this kg per centimeter square in meter of water. So 1 kg per centimeter square is equal to 10 meter of water as pressure. Now when we will operate this, and so here when we will open the delivery pipe, that means a delivery valve here, so the pressure is going to increase. So we will see in case of the Bourdon tube as well as here we can see in the bottom tube pressure gauge, the pointer is at 2 division of the black mark. So black graduation is showing that the least count of the black graduation is 0.2 kg per centimeter square. That means 2 division means 0.4 kg per centimeter square. And here in this cases of U-tube manometer, we will see the meniscus of right side your manometric fluid is at 14 centimeter and the left side is at 59 centimeter. So of course the pressure is equals to 59 centimeter minus of 14 centimeter will be that. So likewise we will take different values of pressure measurement by operating this valve, and we will write in the table. Now what will happen actually, this is the U-tube manometer which is connected to the continuous pipe actually. That means continuous delivery pipe. That means the water is flowing through this hose pipe and it is again entering to the sump actually. So it is measuring the gauge pressure actually. Suppose it will be one end is fitted and other end will be opened. Suppose this U-tube manometer, one end will be attached to the pipe and other end will be opened, then it will measure the pressure actually. When it is measuring both the tubes are attached, then it is measuring absolute pressure. Then it will, when one end is open to the atmosphere, then it will measure the gauge pressure actually. Now thing is, we will move to the observation table and see different values of pressure measurement at a different operation of valves. These are the data which are collected during the various valve operation of the test rig, and this one is the observation, serial number of the observation 1, 2, 3, 4, and pressure gauge reading in case of the bottom tube pressure gauge. So this one is 0.4 kg per centimeter square, 0.6 kg per centimeter square, and 0.9 kg per centimeter square, as well as 0.11 kg per centimeter square. And here this one is the difference in mercury level, that is 61.7 minus 31.7 is equal to 30 centimeter. So all these are in centimeter. So 44.5 centimeter, 62.5 centimeter, and 78.5 centimeter. And specific gravity of Hg, that means mercury, is 13.6. So specific gravity is of H2O is 1. So the putting the formula in terms of to find out the pressure head in terms of meter of water, that will be equals to x into Sn by Sw minus 1, that will be equals to 3.78. So this one is 5.61, 7.88, and this one is 9.81. Now condition is that whenever we will compare these both readings, that means 0.4 with 3.78, it means that 0.4 kg per centimeter square will be equals to 4 meter of water. So 4 meter of water in terms of bottom tube pressure gauge, and in terms of U-tube manometer it is 3.78 meter. And in terms of bottom tube pressure gauge, in case of your second experiment, second observation, that is equal to 6 meter of water, and here it is 5.61 meter of water in terms of U-tube manometer. So likewise this one is a 9, this one is 7.88, this one is this one is 11 actually, and this one is your what, 9.81 actually. So what is going to happen actually, we will see when we will compare both the values may not be same, but they are going to be nearly equals. So why nearly equal actually, the least count comparison, the least count of the your bottom tube pressure gauge with respect to the least count of the U-tube manometer is different. Why different? Because the least count is 0.2 kg per centimeter square here, and here the least count is 1 millimeter actually. So that is why this one will be one factor. Other one will be the losses of the fluid, the energy losses due to the fluid motion will be there. So lots of factor will be there for which they are not going to be same, but they are going to be nearly equal. That means 4 centimeter of water here, and here 3.78 meter of water. So this is all about the your experiment to find out the pressure by means of the bottom tube pressure gauge as well as the U-tube manometer. So this is all about this session. So thank you very much.